Hey guys, James here with BaseZero Studios. So the last video we told you that basically what our plan was going forward for 2020, and that is to make marketing as simple as possible for you to understand who the major players are and how they fit together and affect each other. So we're going to go a little bit deeper here and give you our wheel of marketing, our four quadrant philosophy. On how we see all of these things being, all of the marketing disciplines being divided up, and then again, how they affect each other. So let's dive right into it. I'm going to switch over to my iPad screen here. Still got me down there in the corner. So basically, I'm going to start with a circle. It's funny, I used to work in 3D a lot, and I built everything out of a box. And I had a friend that I would always tell him when I was showing him how I'd make something, I'd be like, all right, so we start with a box. So we've graduated to circles. All right, within this circle, we're going to put another circle, and inside of that, we're going to write your brand. All right. So outside of the outer circle are people. Okay, so we're looking top down. We're just looking at the tops of their heads here for this demonstration. All of these people are looking elsewhere than your brand. Now, if you already have a certain number of people's attention, that's great, okay, because you're kind of on your way to a certain extent, but you want to capture a large audience, okay, and the majority of this audience is not looking at you. So we'll put one person here that's already looking at you. Maybe it's a family member, okay, or a friend. They know you and they know you've started this business, this company, whatever. But what we want to do is we want to capture the attention of the majority of the audience out there that you want to capture, who are your prospective clients. Okay? So I'm going to now divide this inner ring into four quadrants. Web, that's the first place we want to start. This is everything to do with your website. Anything on your website, anything inside your website that people can download, that they can refer to, dynamic content like blog articles, things like that that's constantly changing, which all of this is pertaining to your web, the maintenance of it, the creation of it, and the promotion of it. All right. Next to that, in our second quadrant, is social media. All right. This is kind of a no-brainer. Anybody that's alive today pretty much knows about social media. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest. There's a new one out, TikTok, and there's new stuff being. I saw a couple of during the Super Bowl. I think I saw a Super Bowl ad for a new media platform, a new social media platform that's being introduced. So that's everything pertaining to and contained within the social media platforms in and of themselves. Our next quadrant, SEO, SEM. Basically what SEO is about is it's about getting found. Okay, it's about people finding you, not by typing in your company name, but by typing in related keywords to the services and products that you're selling, and then finding you at the top of those results. Usually on page one and closer to the top and not the bottom of page one. All right. SEM has to do with search engine marketing. Okay, search engine marketing are the ads that you see on Facebook and Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, and these are going to become more and more prevalent. And we'll talk more about these in detail in future videos. But if you're not in the SEM game right now, social media is changing dramatically in the next 3 to 5 years, maybe even sooner. Some of you probably noticed an increase in ads on social media platforms, and that is only going to become more and more, those ads are going to become more and more prolific in those platforms. And then finally, in this quadrant over here, we have a category I lovingly refer to as EE, or everything else. This is everything that's not directly related to social media, web, or SEO, SEM. So for example, video marketing, direct mail marketing, email marketing, what else? Print collateral, signage, vehicle wraps, logo wear, anything that you can do to get your company's name, your brand, your product, your services, and awareness that you exist out in front of potential buyers. Okay, so we could have created other categories for all of this, but then we'd have like 15 categories, and that doesn't simplify it for anyone. Now, What I want to do is take a quick minute and show you something else, and that is the interplay between these categories, which is very important for you to understand. They're not isolated individual silos. They actually affect each other. So for example, let's start with social media, because a lot of people are on social media nowadays. Social media pushes traffic to your web, okay, to your website. It's also a place where you can reference anything that you've done in print in terms of downloadable collateral, whether directly through social media or through the web. By the converse is true. The web is going to push traffic to your social media channels. Everything else is going to push traffic to your social media channels. SEO, SEM works to push traffic to your social media and to your web. And then everything else should promote exactly that. Everything else, your web, your social media. So you can see here that a lot of things affect a lot of other things. Ultimately, the objective is each one of these, web, social, and everything else, as well as the efforts for placing you properly in rankings within SEO, SEM, have a way of getting the attention of your prospects. There's some people that will go straight to Google if they're looking for someone who does what you do, and they'll search by keywords that they associate with what it is that you do. And then they'll find you, and Google will direct them over to your website. There are other people that go straight to, so they live and die by Facebook. They'll go out to Facebook. If they're looking for something, they'll search it on Facebook, or they'll ask friends, okay, if they know anybody that does such and such, or can I get a referral for this? You see that all the time. And there's other people that still prefer to get old-fashioned mail in the mailbox. And actually, a recent study was just done where a lot of millennials are actually preferring to get mail because they're inundated by the electronics, all of the electronic efforts, and it actually in some ways makes them feel good to get something in the mail. Personally, I rather not get things in the mail. So, but anyway, I'm not a millennial either, if you didn't know. Anyway, the overall objective of all of this is dependent on the person's preferences. These prospects will now start looking toward you, okay? And at the same time, if they don't know about you, but they're looking for somebody like you, and this person here knows about you, when this person asks for a referral, they'll point them to you. So that is as simple as we can make it, showing you all the players within the marketing, the 4-quadrant philosophy of marketing, okay? And I know that this, for some, will even seem like a lot to start with, and it is. Again, this is something that we do every day, all right? I don't presume to be a surgeon. I'm not going to go out and start operating on people, okay? I leave that to the professionals, the people that are trained and that know what they're doing and are going to get the best results, all right? That's where we come in, all right? And so if you've gotten to the end of this video and you're like, you know what, this all sounds great, but I'm not sure that I'm the right person for the job to do this for myself. Because it's not just knowing what to do, but it's knowing the right things to do and the right language to speak and where to focus. If you've ever played the game of Risk, all right, you only get a certain number of armies at the beginning of the game to try and take over the entire world, all of the continents on the map, okay? But you only have a limited number of playing pieces, and if you put them in the wrong place, somebody else wins. Same thing here. We want to see you win. So what we're here for is to direct you where to put those playing pieces or your dollars to get the maximum return on your investment as quickly as possible. We recommend that everybody plays as much as possible in all of these quadrants, okay? But start with the ones that make sense the most first, and then as you start to get sales from that, you increase your budget and you start investing in other areas of this quadrant. So, again, if this is something that you feel that you need, and we only want to work with people that really believe that they need this, then please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. There is a link in the description of this video that will take you straight to a sign-up page where you can engage us for a 30-minute discussion over the phone, and we'll ask you some specific questions and see basically if there's anything that we can do to help you, which I believe for most of you there is. So this has been James with BaseZero Studios. As always, if you have any questions, comments, like, follow, share, please get in touch with us. We love to hear from you, and we will do everything we can to answer your questions. And one last promise, we won't BS you. If we don't have the answer, we'll say so, but I guarantee you we will exhaust every resource to find the answer for you. All right? Have a great day. We look forward to seeing you again.